Well, hello and welcome. If you're just joining me, in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about two big questions that you can begin to ask yourself if you are wanting to create and set up your weekly practice plan. So a few weeks back, I posted something on Insta Stories and I got a very interesting response, and that is what inspired today's video. So I want to share with you what the post said and then share with you some of the responses that I had from my viewers like you. So the question was, creating a solid daily music practice plan full of your musical goals helps you get clear on who you are as a musician. So about 80% of you said yes, and about 20% of you said no. And so I want to focus for today's lesson on that 20%. And it's about helping you get clear on creating a music practice plan. But the difference is, in comparison to other videos, is today we're going to be looking at the week, not day by day. So before we go any further, I would like to introduce myself to you. I'm Monta Monique, founder and creator of Move Over Mozart. Now, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a lesson. Also, don't forget to share this video with someone you know that could greatly benefit from creating a daily music practice plan. And don't forget to check us out over on Instagram, where we share a little bit of behind the scenes. Now, if you're completely new to the world of practicing, the world of music, I highly recommend that you check out this video. It's all about the top 10 tips for maintaining or creating your daily music practice plan. And I will leave a link below so you can go and download this free worksheet to help you. And also, there is a second video that I highly recommend if you are just getting started. And it's a great daily music checklist, and there will be a link for this video down below. Now, also, don't forget that in this video, we're talking about not the daily practice, but the weekly practice. And we're going to talk about two big picture ideas. So the first big picture is my music week, and the second big picture is envision what my practice routine will look like for this week. Now, if you are enjoying this lesson so far, in the comment section below, write the word practice and let me know. Leave me a comment. Feel free to ask questions. Now, let's jump back in and let's look at my music week. Now, for my music week, there are 4 big questions, and I'm going to share them with you. And if you want to go grab a pen and a piece of paper and write these down, this will really inform and help you when you go about devising your music practice plan for the week. So let's dive in. So the first question is, this week I'm willing to embrace these changes. So I want you to think about some things in your practice that you can maybe change and that you can alter to maybe improve one particular area or improve all of your practice routine. That's the first question. The second question is, I'm choosing personal excellence by. Now, everyone has a different idea or definition of what personal excellence is. Now, personal excellence can be something as simple as determining that instead of taking a break between the 4 different sections of your daily practice to maybe practice 2 of those sections together, or maybe personal excellence might be making sure that you listen to yourself when you play the piano. And I would be so excited to see how you define personal excellence in your daily practice. Now, the next question is, I'm moving towards my musical goals by. Now, this echoes the personal excellence, the question before, but when you are moving towards your musical goals, maybe you have already thought of a piece that you want to play a year from now, or maybe you have already set a goal such as being able to play your scales at a certain tempo, or maybe 2 or 3 octaves. Whatever those goals are, think about how you're moving towards them. So what progress have you made? The next question, or the next prompt that you should be asking yourself when you're planning out your music practice week is, I expect to. Now, you know, things happen in life. Sometimes, say you had your Wednesday practice day all planned out, and say your cat gets sick. Well, you expect to practice on Wednesday, but something happens and you don't, and that's okay. But I want you to ask yourself, what do I expect? What am I capable of? Now let's move on to the next section. So part 2 of planning out your music practice week involves prompts surrounding this idea. Now I want you to envision what your practice routine will look like for this week. Now let's pretend it's Monday, and it actually is Monday today when I'm recording this video, but there's something that might feel a little strange or a little odd to you. So I want you to envision what your entire week of music practice will look like, and I want you to jump forward to Friday or Saturday or whenever your week starts. And I want you to envision and work backwards and think about everything you've accomplished. So let's dive into some of those prompts. And again, if you need to pause the video here, go grab a pen and paper and write down these prompts, because I promise it will really help you solidify and create a very clear goal in your daily music practice. So one of the questions is things that I can improve on this week in my practice. So what can you improve on, or what did you improve on this week? The other question is things that I am going to do well, or I do well during this week in my practice. So what do you do well? Are you excellent at theory? Do you do really well in your sight singing? And you can then follow up that question with, well, if my theory is way up here and my performance, my repertoire is down here, how can I sort of even those out? Which brings me to another very important question. So you want to ask yourself as well, because you have these different sections, these different elements of your practice, right? So I want you to ask yourself, how can I tie my technique? How can I tie that to my repertoire? How can I tie my repertoire to my theory? And how can I tie my theory to my sight reading and ear training? Now, I know that sounds like a mouthful, and it is, but if you begin to think about the different sections and how you can link them, it will actually make the flow not only of your week practice better, but of your daily practice. Now, let's jump to the last question. Now, this is a big question, and this will most likely change. Now, here's the question. How much time will it take each day this week to achieve my goal? Now, like I said earlier, if your cat gets sick, obviously this is going to change. But when you're planning out your practice week, you want to think of, generally speaking, you're going to practice, let's say, 45 minutes each day. And then I want you to add up those times and just write a number in. If it changes, that's completely fine. So for just a quick recap, don't forget we've looked at my music week and envisioning what your music week will look like. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with someone that you know could benefit from a fantastic daily music practice plan. And also, don't forget to check us over on Instagram. There are lots of behind the scenes and lots of fun activities. Now, don't forget to watch these 2 videos, because they will help you, or maybe they're going to be over here. They will help you in your daily music practice. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you for your next lesson.